Welcome. So, welcome to my 10-week gym reflections. So, I've kind of like shot this video. This is my third time shooting this video. So, it started with me trying to shoot 4-week reflections. Then I started shooting 8-week reflections. Then I shot that twice. The 4-week thing, it never really materialized. And then now we are here at 10-week reflection. So yeah. So what I'm going to essentially walk you through is the different phases in my fitness journey and where I am at right now. And it's been quite a journey. That's something I realized while I was compiling it. But we are here, we are making consistent progress, and I'm quite happy about the whole thing. So the first phase is the YouTube phase. So this is when I was a student and I had I was like uh, started being a bit more concerned about me being a bit overweight. So I decided to work out, and YouTube is the best thing that existed at that point of time for you. I started with my YouTube phase. I think my first ever workout program which did was Joanna So's beginner fat burning videos, and I think like I've enjoyed it quite a bit. And I think one of the reasons for my love for strength training, kickboxing, comes from Joanna So's videos. So kudos to her. Then I moved on to quickly to blogilates. Um, and I mean, I think the 6 minutes to sexy videos was the one which I worked out the most. I don't know. Um, I think I've been obsessed with working out my arms for a long time. Uh, I don't know the reason why, like because like then I moved on to Emmy Wong or Chloe Ting's workouts, and I would constantly go back to doing the arm workouts. Maybe because it was just so easy for me to, you know, do the arm workouts, specifically these arm workouts, because like I hated getting down on the mat. So I feel a bit embarrassed right now. Okay. So that kind of like wraps up my YouTube phase. So I picked a few workout programs. Sometimes I would try doing the bigger workout programs, like the 1 month whole. I remember like I used to do free workout programs by Blogilates or Chloe Ting. So but I never really it never really got to a point where I finished the program. It was fun while I was doing it, but I would have this pattern of working out for 3 days and then I wouldn't work out for 3 months. So every time I start a new monthly calendar, I would work out for 3 days or like 4 days, and then I would just go on to the next, wouldn't work out until the next month, and then again start the new calendar. At this point of time, I think I was looking for variety in workouts. So if I had to repeat the same workout video over and over, I would get bored and I wouldn't do it. It seems like I don't know. And then I think like that that kind of led me into to Chloe Ting's channel, where every workout had like you would do unique workouts, even if like you're doing 13 workouts in a day in one video, they would all be different from each other. So I guess I kind of got hooked on to that. But again, my issues with consistency, I never really got to a point where I actually finished any of Chloe Ting's programs either. Um, then we go on to the next phase, which is the paid program phase, where I actually seeked out programs and I would pay for them. Some of them were not paid. For example, the FIO app or the Center. These two apps, I kind of was doing the programs when, you know how every new year you would have trial trials offered for you to work out for like 1 month and then see how you go. If you like it, you stay on the app. If you don't like it, you, I guess, you quit. So every new year, I would start on these apps, and then I realized that I was again not consistent. Do the workouts for 3 days and then forget about the whole workout scenario. So I couldn't keep it up. So I couldn't keep it up. So I thought that maybe if I paid for the programs, I would have more incentive, because that is going to be a financial. I mean, I paid for it. So I think I need to get the most out of it. So that's what I did. I tried doing Sam Wood's 28 workouts and Fresh Body Fit Mind. So this one, it was not the app. Um, but I actually got the 90-day program, which at that point of time, I think it was a couple of years ago. Uh, so I think about 2018, 2019. So I got, um, I purchased the 90-day program, and I think I did 25 days. That was a really good program, and I did 25 days. It had the variety in workouts. It had a way to actually calculate your progress. So I really enjoyed it. But then my fitness levels dropped quite sharply, so I never really got back to doing the program. And I was also traveling, so I couldn't like really fit it into it. So there were a lot of things going on. Yeah. Um, the next one was 28. My experience with 28 was, I think when I first started on 28, I think 2018 or something, or I think it was 2018. Um, I did not like it because there was lesser variety for me, and I am someone who hated getting down on mat, or because I was also quite heavier compared to when I first started with my YouTube phase of fitness. I kind of did not have it did not have that much of variety. But when I actually recently signed up for a free trial which they offered, and I'm actually surprised by how much variety they have built into the app, and I really enjoyed their dance programs. It was quite fun, like the trainer is quite fun, and also the main 28 workout too. I was able to choose between different options, and I quite enjoyed it. So if I did not have the issue with consistency, I honestly think I would have gone back to doing the 28 workouts. I quite like it. It's I don't know. uh, it's quite fun. Then, like as I was mentioning, I always had issues with consistency, no matter whether I was paying for the program or I was doing the free programs. There was no self motivation to do it. I guess I should also not be too hard, because we had a very hard time. Um, and all of us had a very hard time in 2020. So, and that kind of like put a lot of stress. I was doing my PhD, so there was stress from PhD. My mental health was deteriorating, and it was a lot of things. And bottom line is, I put on a lot more weight. uh, and and then it's 2023. And I mean, at 2022, I kind of tried to do a bit of swimming, but then it never sticked. I'm constantly on the move, so uh, it never. I cannot build habits. Uh, Maybe I should. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to record on this channel. Me building habits one step at a time. I'm not going to do all of them at once because it's going to overwhelm me. So, one step at a time, I'm going to try and build habits. So far, I've been like able to draw at least once a week and go to workout almost 2 to 3 times a week, which is great improvement because it's better than just logging into the gym on the first of a month and not going to the gym at all. Um, and as Joanna says, um, what did she say again? Consistency is the key. No, I don't remember it. It is quite it is about consistency and how you need to do a little bit every day, and small progress is better than no progress, or something like that. Then we have the third phase, which is the healthify me phase. This I started because I wanted to track down and improve multiple aspects of my life. So there was like, I wanted to build a routine, I wanted to be accountable. I saw that the paid programs were not working, I had no motivation, and I needed external motivation. So I thought if I employed coaches to help me reach my goals, I can like take planning and what to do, what not to do, everything out of my hand and focus on my work. So basically, by using Healthify Me, I was able to delegate aspects of my life which I had little knowledge of, and I could do it in a systematic way. And I also liked working with the workout coach, uh, and and so I decided to expand and include a diet coach because like fitness is 80% what you eat and 20% of what you work out. Okay, so I did that, and I also wanted to focus on my mental health, so I decided to employ a yoga coach too. So now I was working. By the end, I think after the first 3 months, I've been working with three coaches for about year and a half or so. But during this period, there were a lot of changes happening in my life. I was going through a very stressful phase, uh, and it became hard to keep up with the program. Not because the program itself was hard. I think the part that was hard for me was because I had so much going on, I had so many priorities. So when they asked me to eat healthy, uh, or at least record what I was eating, I felt YOLO. No, I think that's the thing, like FOMO. I had the FOMO, so I had a fear of missing out. I would say I would start eating healthy tomorrow, and I would eat any junk or any large portion of food today, which was not helpful, not at all helpful. So in the end, I decided to, and I tried to stick with the program. It's not like I have not tried it. I tried to stick with it. I tried, but it was just too much to fit into my daily lifestyle. And maybe once I automate a few aspects of my life, if I had built the consistency in, if I had like a routine in my life, it would have been better and easier to meet the goals. But I guess this is also where my thoughts on like trying to build all the habits at once comes from, because it's not possible. It's overwhelming. Everyone's different. I'm not saying it might be very easy for different, it might be very easy for different people, other people, but for me, I find it very overwhelming to make all the changes at once because it's such a shock. So that's why like I tried it and it did not work out. So that's why I decided to not try that anymore. I decided to build one thing at a time, and over if it's a lifestyle change I'm making, It shouldn't matter if I don't do everything in the next 1 year. I can build one thing at a time, and it's going to be better in a 5 years time. It's not something I'm planning to just do it right now and forget about it. So I'm okay with it. uh, so basically, after I noticed this trend of me being very overwhelmed, I decided to pause the program for a bit. I mean, it's not, the program itself is not over yet. I paid for it, paid for 6 more months, but I definitely had to pause the program. And the coaches were quite understanding when I told them of my situation, and the support staff was also pretty good. Like, they have kind of um, given me, so they kind of given me enough support to finish, to decide on what path I wanted to choose. I mean, the way I wanted to, I mean, in the end, I wanted the program to work for me. So, and they also had the same mind. So we decided to like pause the plan for a while. And in that time, I was going to move on to the next phase, which is my gym phase, or maybe I should call it my personal trainer phase. So I've been working with virtual coaches, but I decided to work with a physically available personal trainer at my my local gym. Um, so it takes about 10 minutes to go to the gym from my home. So I literally have no excuse. So that's why I decided to actually go to the gym, sign up for a training classes. I met a trainer, and we've been working out on this goal towards building a better lifestyle. So my goals for my workout programs with the trainer were more revolving around developing a consistency of working out, and to move more and lift heavier. And as a byproduct of these three main goals, I wanted to develop or build muscle and lose weight. Um, the reason why losing weight is not the prime goal of my workout routine is because it doesn't work. It isn't reliable. It's not a very reliable indicator. It is some indicator. I mean, I still track my weight. I still see if I've lost or not. But I don't, I used to track my weight religiously every single day, sometimes twice a day. And it just gives you more stress if the number doesn't change. You feel like your worth, I mean, the worth of your effort doesn't amount to anything. It's not a good feeling. And honestly, because that can change, and even if I work out now, lose weight, there's no guarantee that I'm not going to put on weight. But what is more, I think what is important is that I move more. I move more, have more movement in my life, could go to gym consistently, work out consistently. So these are things which are in my control. So when I first started the gym, I noticed that I was very nauseous when first started working with my personal trainer, especially. I was feeling very nauseous, and I felt like I would throw up. I was working on an empty stomach, and I had so many questions because that never happened in my life. I was Before I started with the personal trainer, I was also working out at the gym using the Healthy Family program, and I never felt that I had to eat something to rejuvenate. And I was very scared, to be honest. I didn't know if that was the right choice. I was gonna discontinue the training because I was super scared. But I'm glad I stuck in, and 4 weeks in, the whole issue got um, cured, I guess. So I went to the gym at least once a week. It was more consistent, basically, but not uh, not really good. I wasn't hitting all the goals I wanted to hit, but at least I went to the gym every once a week, and my sleep schedule was still bad. I mean, my trainer said that sleep was the most important thing. I need to sleep well and then eat well, and then the workout's going to show some effect. So my sleep has been crazy for 4 or 5 years now. So I'm not gonna blame it, because the more I think about it, the worse it becomes. So I'm not gonna think about it. But these are the facts. And then I was eating out heavily because I just started work. There's so much to do. I'm learning so much. So I barely had time to cook. So I was eating out heavily at that point, and then I was not moving enough. So like I had to hit a 8K step goal every day, but I was not hitting that 8K step goal, which is a bit of a bummer. But I got rid of the issue that the my sugar levels dropping during workouts. So even if I worked out on an empty stomach, 4 weeks in, I wouldn't experience any kind of drops. I wouldn't feel nauseous, maybe a little bit, but not too much. Not to the point that I wanted to throw up or I needed to have some food or anything, or feeling dizzy. Nothing of that sort. All of those issues got sorted out. I started feeling much better, because I honestly really considered going to a doctor otherwise on the first day. But thankfully I didn't have to. And then 8 weeks in, I am going to the gym at least 2 to 3 times a day. So it's become more consistent, and then I sleep better now. Especially I think the ninth week has been so amazing. Like I was so happy for no reason, and that hasn't happened in a while. So that's been a huge achievement for me, and I definitely need to mention it in this video. And like I sleep got better in the sense that I would just go to bed and I would sleep, and sometimes I would actually sleep before 12, which is amazing feat. You don't know how amazing that feels. If you've had days when you were extremely tired at 8, but you still couldn't go to sleep until 3, you would appreciate how amazing of a fact that is. So I was still eating out heavily, so I've not expected my weight to change a lot, but I was moving more, which was really nice. So I think in the ninth week and the 10th week, the amount of steps I was walking on an average in a week, that just increased. And if you like, and it's really such an amazing feeling to see such a, and even more than moving more was the fact that I was seeking to move more. So before before all this, uh, I before starting working out with my personal trainer, I felt like I had no motivation to go outside my room, especially if I don't need to. But nowadays, I just take walks just because I need to take walks, just because I feel like going out, which is such an amazing thing. I tell you, these are all the small, small things we need to appreciate. So, so that way, I'm quite happy with the results and changes I've seen in myself. So yeah, so I've built most of, and I mean, I can see my muscle definition. Like it's quite fun whenever I see my muscle definition. It's probably not very visible, especially because I'm still not eating healthy, and I've not lost much weight. But I feel very happier, and I quite like it. And the last thing is that I'm actually looking forward to more workouts. And I definitely thank everyone who has been on this journey with me, starting from the virtual trainers on YouTube, all my Healthify Me coaches, also I think my current trainer, Zoo. I'm very grateful to all these people. The thing is, like, it now feels like I'm receiving an award and I'm giving my speech, but I'm very thankful to everyone who supported me throughout the years towards this journey. And Thank you so much for tuning in today. And I hope to share more of my fitness journey with you guys. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.